Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you had a good weekend. We're ready to get back on track with our Bible study videos. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite verses, and I know I say that about a lot of verses, but I do have a lot of favorite verses. Today I want to talk about Isaiah 43 verse 2, and I'm going to read this in the New Living Translation today. It says, "When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you." And I know for each of us, walking through deep waters looks differently. For some people, walking through deep waters means going through a depressive episode, people who've been diagnosed with depression, or people who've been diagnosed with anxiety, a panic attack may be the deep waters, or just a particular, stretch of time where they're just more anxious than usual could be considered deep waters. Or maybe the loss of a loved one, you've lost your job, you're struggling financially, your family is falling apart, whatever the case may be. Your kids are getting into things they shouldn't, or your parents are getting divorced, or, there's a lot of things that can be included in that walking through deep waters. But the first promise here in this verse is that when you go through those deep waters, God will be with you. And I know we've been learning a lot about the Holy Spirit at church lately, and it's been great to have that reminder that the Holy Spirit is always with us. God is always with us in the form of the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is a gentleman. He's not going to push his way in. He's not going to drag you by your ear. He's just going to be there when you want to talk to him, to help you through things, whatever the case may be. He's going to wait patiently for you to be ready for him to help. And having that reminder of that these last few months, because we've really been focusing on that most of the year, focusing on the Holy Spirit. Having that reminder most of the year has been really good, because I've had quite a few times that I would consider walking through troubled waters or deep waters this year. And to be reminded that the Holy Spirit is always with me and he's there to help me has been wonderful to have that reminder. Pretty much weekly, we're reminded of that at our church right now. And we should constantly be reminded of that anyway. So I love that part of Isaiah 43 too, where he promises that he will be with us when we go through those deep waters. And when you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. I know a lot of times those situations in life, those, rough patches, those, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to call it, you feel like you're drowning, like you cannot, get a hold, you can't get your feet on solid ground, you can't keep your head above water. These are all metaphors that we use every day for situations where we're struggling. So to know that the Bible promises that when we go through those rivers of difficulty, we're not going to drown, that is another great reminder, and another way that it really pertains to us and speaks to us in a way that we understand it. And then finally, when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. With that one, I like to remind myself that, hell is a very fiery place. It really is. And the devil is constantly waging spiritual warfare against us. The devil and his demons constantly waging spiritual warfare against the children of God. And it can feel like we're walking through a fire when we're going through that warfare and we're trying to fight through, and we're asking God to help us fight through and to pull us through. It can feel like a fire, an all-consuming fire. But to know that we have that promise that we're not going to be burned up and that those flames will not consume us, we can be confident that we can go into that fire, that dark place, that trial, that, warfare, whatever you want to call it, whatever it may be for you, we can go into that the same way that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego went into the literal furnace. They came out, they didn't smell like smoke at all because God was with them and he protected them and he covered them. They didn't smell like smoke. They were not burned at all. Their clothes were not singed at all. Nothing. There was no evidence looking at them that they had been in a fiery furnace. And when we hold on to God, when we're going through those things in our lives, those dark times, those struggles, those, life-altering situations, all that spiritual warfare, when we hold on to God through that, we're going to come out the other side and we're not going to smell like smoke. We're not going to be singed. We're not going to be burned. We're going to be healed and whole because the Holy Spirit covers us and because God is a God who heals and God is the God who makes us whole. So I just wanted to focus on that verse with you guys today, and I hope that it encourages you. I hope if you're facing something, read that over and over again today. If you're going through something and you need that reminder, that encouragement, I want to encourage you to go and read Isaiah 43:2. Read it in whatever translation you have. If you have an app on your phone like I do, where you can choose out of hundreds of translations, read multiple translations. Just get that word in you and pray over it, meditate on it, and thank God for that promise. Take that with you today. Let it help you through the day today. And just let it encourage you. That's all I had for today. I hope that you guys really are enjoying or getting something from these videos, that they're helping you in some way. And I encourage you to share them with your friends because we never know who might be going through something, who might need something that we've spoken about or something that we're going to speak about. Just go ahead, share the videos with your friends, your family, whoever you think it might help. That's really why I do this, and I just really hope that it encourages you. So have a great day and be blessed, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.